What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over ranking our top 10 shooting guards right now in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Now, I'm going to start off this video by saying, look, right now, am I playing a ton of MyTEAM? No. And I still am not going to rank GOAT cards. I'm still not going to rank Invincible cards. Why? Because those cards are still super expensive, and I would not, call those cards quote-unquote attainable. I don't think those cards are still to this day attainable in the game, so I'm not even going to be ranking them. So it is what it is. It's kind of the list we got. Hopefully you guys don't hate me too much, because again, I'm just trying to give you guys the best list I can. At number 10, we got Shawn Marion. Look, you can get Shawn Marion super easy. Was not a super difficult card to get, and at the end of the day, he can play. Do I think Shawn Marion's perfect? No. But he is going to be a card that can play and compete, and at the end of the day, I think that's all you need on this game. If you get a card that can play and compete, what else do you need? I mean, he's going to knock down shots. He's got Pro 2. He's going to do a lot of those things for you guys, and honestly, if he does those things for you, what else could you ask for? That's genuinely my question. I don't think a whole ton. And so that's where I'm at with things for Shawn Marion is, you know what? If he does all those things for me, I don't know how much I can hate on the card coming in here at number 10. At my number 9, we are going to plug in Richard Jefferson. Now, when Richard Jefferson and Cedric Maxwell came out at the exact same time, I honestly thought that Richard Jefferson would be the better card. Now, obviously, that is not the case. He is not as good, in my opinion, as Cedric Maxwell. But that doesn't mean Richard Jefferson's bad. That doesn't mean Richard Jefferson can't play, because he can play at a really, really, really high level. And I feel like I'm personally one of those guys that maybe should have given Richard Jefferson more of an opportunity to, play and compete when the card first came out. I really didn't. Do I really recommend him? I think Richard Jefferson is a really solid card on this game. Coming in here at number 9, and if you've got the card, he obviously can still play. At my number 8, I'm plugging in Glenn Rice at that number 8. Look, as far as pure catch and shoot shots, he's got a really, really fast catch and shoot shot. You're going to like what you're getting out of Glenn Rice. I'm going to catch it, let it fly, and be a really solid option at that shooting guard position. I wish Glenn Rice had a better leaner, because I feel like his leaner is pretty mediocre, but overall, I think Glenn Rice is a really solid option at number 8. And I feel like a lot of people really do like what Glenn Rice can give you guys on the floor. I feel like a lot of people that have used Glenn Rice really do like and appreciate the card. So I do have him in here at number 8. At my number 7 is Cedric Maxwell. Now, I went back and forth. Do I want to put Cedric Maxwell higher, or is this the right spot? And I have came to the consensus that I think this is the right spot for Cedric Maxwell. Look, he's going to knock down shots. He's going to play great defense. There's just not many flaws that I see when it comes down to Cedric Maxwell. I think he knocks down shots. He's got Pro 2. He's got the D-Fox moving cross. He's got, everything you could ask a good player model player build. To me, he is a complete card on this game. And if you're hating on Cedric Maxwell at this stage, I'm sorry, you don't know ball. It's simple. Like, Cedric Maxwell to me does so many positive things for you guys that if you're hating on him at this stage, I just don't think you know much ball. So that's where I'm at with Cedric Maxwell. I think the card is an absolute stud, an absolute beast. And if you don't, I don't know what to tell you. At my number 6 here, we're plugging in the 100 overall Larry Bird. Some people swear by Larry Bird. I'm not that high on Larry. I do think the card's good. I think the card can play, but I think number 6 is a pretty solid spot. I think if you have Larry Bird any higher, it's just kind of a tough position to put Larry Bird in. The card's fine. The card can play. But to me, I don't even know if he's better than Cedric Maxwell. I have him higher. A lot of that being just because Larry Bird is going to be a little bit taller. But genuinely, between him and Cedric Maxwell, I don't know. I think you could go either way on it, to be completely honest with you guys. At my number 5, we're plugging in Mr. Paul George. Now, I know he was your level 40 reward. He's kind of split, right? Some people love Paul George. Some people really don't like Paul George. So it really just comes down to where you're at with Paul George personally. But I think it's tough to hate a ton on Paul George as far as an overall card. With what he gives you as far as the catch and shoot ability, with what he gives you as far as his ability to play defense, the overall Paul George card is really, really, really solid. And I know, again, there are certain things, especially when it comes down to his dribble sigs, that Paul George is not going to be perfect with. But as far as an overall card, I think it's really tough to hate on him as far as just giving you guys a lot of that shooting guard position. Now, whether you got this Paul George, the other Paul George, it doesn't matter. The cards are at exactly the same. They didn't change the Paul Georges whatsoever. And again, if you've got Paul George, he is a really solid option. Now, again, I didn't rank Invincibles or GOAT cards, so we're plugging in 100 overall Tracy McGrady in here at my number 4. Look, if you are in need at that shooting guard position, Tracy McGrady is a really solid option for you guys. I'm telling you right now, T-Mac can play at a really high level. It, to me, starts with his release being nearly impossible to contest. You can't contest the release, very well on a consistent basis. That is one of the main things that T-Mac has going for him. You combine that with the fact that he's got a good 6'8" frame. I think people are really going to like what they're getting out of Tracy McGrady, genuinely. I think the card, as far as an overall shooting guard on this game, is one of your better options, especially if you got him for free out of a locker code, something like that. You're going to really like T-Mac. At my number 3, plugging in Invincible Rudy. Invincible Rudy G is incredible, guys. I mean, at that small forward shooting guard position, I've really grown to appreciate him. When he came out first, I used the catch and shoot release. I'm like, you know what? I really don't like it. But as times went on, I've grown to appreciate, the catch shoot release might not be the quickest, but guess what? It's relatively easy to time, easy to green. He's 6'8" with a good player model player build. He's got Pro 2, which is incredible as well. I think the pros of Rudy outweigh the cons, and for that reason, he's in here at my number 3 as one of my favorite shooting guards in the game. At my number 2, you guys can hate on me as much as you want. It's Invincible Carmelo Anthony. But at the end of the day, as much as you guys may want to hate on me, I truly do not care. Like, I'm sorry, but I truly do not care, because at the end of the day, he's good for me. So, like, again, I know there are going to be certain things that you guys are like, really, Ty? Like, how are you, so high on him? How are you gassing him? But at the end of the day, I'm really good with Carmelo Anthony, and anybody that, watches me or knows what I get into knows I'm good with Melo. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. I knock down shots with him. I play good defense with him. Am I really good at dribbling in general? No. So he works for me. Again, I'm not a good dribbler, so guess what? Carmelo Anthony works for me. To me, again, it's not about what Melo can't do. It's about what Melo can do, and I literally don't miss with the card. He is, in my opinion, one of my best shooting guards in the game. Coming in at my number 1, it is Dr. J. Now, again, if you've grinded for Dr. J or got the free Dr. J, the card is really solid. He's going to knock down shots. He's going to play good defense. He can move and groove as far as dribbling. Like, there's just not a whole lot of things that I think you can really hate on when it comes down to Dr. J. I think the card is really solid. And just as far as an overall shooting guard in this game, complete. At 6'7", he's going to play defense. He's going to knock down shots. He's just going to be a solid option for you guys. And at the end of the day, that's all you can really ask for, right? You can't ask for a card that's gonna, be much better than he is. And that's really what I want at my shooting guard position. A guy like Dr. J, right? That can move and groove, can create his own shot, can play solid defense. He is the really whole picture. Obviously, if you get the point guard Dr. J, he's really solid as well. These are my top 10 attainable shooting guards in the game. No GOATs, no Invincibles unless they're free. It is what it is. It's what I got for you guys. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.